Did you know that people do not remember what you said to them, but always remember how you made them feel? If you have been wondering why no one is reaching back to join your team, this might be what you have been getting wrong. It's not enough to have a wonderful presentation and deliver a strong message. You must learn the 3 tips for closing in the network marketing industry. In this video, I will share some of the methods I have used over the last 10 years successfully to close leads. My goal is to provide you with support, the right attitude and mindset so that you can easily close deals or help people understand the benefits of the product, service, or business opportunity you are offering. You'll also discover how much success depends on strategy and how you can take charge of your business success without leaving anything to chance. Are you ready? Let's dive in. I think one of the most important things when it's about closing leads in network marketing, it's about building rapport in the beginning. Because if the people don't trust you, it's really hard for them to make a decision. I think this is also important, to take the time to build this rapport in the very beginning. If it is one of your personal contacts where you haven't had close contact for years, you cannot just call a person you haven't been talking to that person for 5, 6, 10 years and you say, you know what? I started this amazing business. I think you need that product. I think this style of conversation will not have a good ending. So it is important to build this rapport in the very beginning again. And then when you have been listening, by having a genuine interest in the people's lives, then you will hear, with what things they are busy at the moment in their life or what keeps them up at night, what creates headache for them all day long. And maybe your product, your service, or your business opportunity can be a solution for them. So this is a totally different base of a conversation. If I am, for example, used also as a third-party tool, so that's I am the one who is giving the presentation for a prospect of a distributor in my organization, I also take time in the very beginning. And I ask every time. My most powerful question is, why did you take the time to listen 1 hour to what I have to say? Because this is cleaning the air from the very beginning. And I also can make a switch because the person or the prospect is telling me what they want out of that conversation. And it's not like want something from them. This is a way how you can get on eye height on the presentation from the very beginning. What I also do when I'm working as a third-party tool, so that means that all the work up front, building rapport, building the trusts, giving the first information to a prospect has been done by the distributor, and so the prospect knows what it's all about. So when I'm then finally doing a business presentation, I also tell the prospect that at the end of the presentation, I'm gonna ask him how we are going to continue. So that the prospect is already prepared that at the end there is coming a conversation. And so this creates a totally different listening. And I also tell them there is basically 4 ways to answer. The first answer could be, hey, I'm all in, that's exciting, let's get started. And that's totally fine. Then we can help that person to go the first steps in the network marketing venture. Second possible option is, that's definitely nothing for me. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong opportunity, wrong product, wrong company, wrong people. Nothing for me. And that's also fine. Then there's the third option where the person says, hey, this sounds really interesting. It's amazing. But I would need this or this information to make a really good decision. And that's also fine. Then we will provide the information, set the follow-up appointment, and keep the person in the loop. And then there's the fourth option of answering, and this could be, I need to think about it. And this is something where I say, we're not going to use this option because I want to think about it. It's just a no, packed in a different way. And then I also tell the people, and this is creating a really safe space because we can have an open and honest conversation to each other, right? You can tell me if it's a no problem. So when the person is opening up, when you ask why the person is here, why they take the time to listen to that presentation for the next 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, it always depends on how the conversation develops. Then you already know, where they are in their life, maybe also where they want to go. You can relate with stories you experienced already in your network marketing journey. It can be your own story if it's fitting, or it can be a story for another distributor, where you can always relate and build rapport again with the situation the person is in. And this can work throughout the whole process of the business presentation, that you always can relate with stories. Because we know stories sell and facts tell. This is the point where I said in the very beginning, that people, they forget what you say, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And with stories, you can touch the people's heart. You can touch their emotions, and then they create a feeling, and they will remember what you have told them and how you made them feel. Also, during a presentation, to me, it's always so important, to listen more than what I say. I need to listen where the person is, which needs are important for the person. Because as I learned from my mentor Tony Robbins, that we all have these 6 human needs. One need is for certainty. We all want to feel certain. One is for variety. If you're always doing the same in life, it's going to be boring. We all have a need for significance. Do something significant in our life. We want to be significant. And we have the need for love and connection. Being part of a group and feeling this connection with other people. These are the 4 basic human needs. And then there's 2 bigger ones. They're more the spiritual needs, and this is growth and contribution. The need to grow as a person, to get better every single day and to contribute to the world, because this is giving you true happiness and fulfillment. And the privilege we have in network marketing, that we can serve all those 6 human needs. And if you are listening and you know what the person wants, then you can give it to them. No matter if it is certainty, the uncertainty that you don't know how the future is going to be, we can solve it, because by building your own business, you have more control, because it's up to you, and this gives you certainty. We have variety. We can serve you also with variety, because in network marketing, we are traveling a lot. It's a people business. Every conversation is different. Every meeting is different. As I said before, we are traveling all over the world with our business, and this gives a lot of variety and also uncertainty, because you never know who is the next business partner joining in your organization. Is it going to go up, or is it stagnating the business? So you have certainty and variety. And then I don't know any other business in the world where significance, the need for significance, is served so well than in network marketing, because we have these huge yearly conventions where every business partner is recognized for the achievements during the year. And this gives significance. You get the significance from your team when you're a good leader. You get the significance from your customers when they are happy with what you gave them. So network marketing can give you serve you big time for your need of significance. It's also about love and connection, because what I see nowadays, that so many people are missing their tribe. We are used to live in tribes with 50, 60 people where we are taking care about each other. And the community in network marketing is exactly this. It's a community of like-minded people where everybody in this industry, they are visionaries, they are positive, they have a goal, they're going somewhere, they're active, they're doing something. And being part of a tribe like this is just an amazing feeling. So we can also serve the need for connection. And then growth. If you watch all my YouTube videos, you will see that personal development is a big part in network marketing to get successful, to become a master of that industry. So also the personal growth you experience during your network marketing venture, it's just amazing. This business turned me to a completely different person. And I would say to the better side, just to be sure on this one. And also the contribution you give, no matter if it is helping a customer with the service you provide, or if it is helping your team members to get successful in their network marketing venture, to help them to build a business, this is a contribution that gives you so much joy and fulfillment from here. It's outstanding. And this is, if you learn in a business presentation to listen which need your prospect has, which is the dominant need they have, then you have an opportunity to provide a solution to serve that need. And this will help you at the end in the closing process. And also something I want to mention here, when it comes to helping you to become a better closer, is to be honest from the bottom of your heart. Tell the truth. Tell your prospect which opportunity he has in front of him, but also what it takes to materialize this opportunity in revenue and commissions. So don't exaggerate the business opportunity, because the truth is already good enough. Network marketing is an outstanding opportunity for an average person to create an above average lifestyle. And the truth is good enough in this case. And if you're telling the truth, people can sense it. There's much more communication happening invisible than what you're saying with your words. And people will immediately sense your intentions, what you have. If you want to help them to close their gap between where they are right now and where they really want to be, or if you want to serve yourself. And I think this honesty and having the right intentions is also another part that will help you to close more people in your business presentations. So, while it's essential to begin with honesty and transparency, you must also start with the end in mind. So, what do I mean by that? Let's take a look at the second tip I have for you. So, tip number 2 is be prepared for rejection. I think the most important thing here is to be emotionally detached from the outcome. If you're doing a presentation, as a third-party tool for one of your distributors, or somebody's doing a presentation for you, you just need to be emotionally detached from the outcome. You can just give the best you have from your heart to serve that person, but what decision they take, if they are going to be your customer or your distributor in your organization, that's totally up to them. But this has nothing to do with you. So be emotionally detached, and you will have a lot of fun. If you take every decision one of your your customers or future distributors you take it personally. You think it's because of you. This can be a really hard life. It's just about, in network marketing, it's about putting information out there and let people make their own decision. And there is this law of average, and you will see if you inform, for example, 10 people when you are new in this industry and 2 say yes, then you have an average. And then you just know that if you want to get 20 customers, you just need to spread more information and you will get the 20 customers. Okay? So be emotionally detached. And another thing is also clear. Not everybody you are going to talk to will love your product, your service, or your business opportunity. So there's people out there that are totally happy with their life. They don't want to make a change. They have strong opinions on who they are, and there is some objections that are coming regularly. For example, I just had a business presentation a couple of minutes ago, and then finally the person said, yeah, it's very interesting, but I don't have the money right now to start. But I always say, if you don't have the money right now, it's a perfect opportunity for you to get started, because money, honestly, never is the issue. Because if the phone would just crash down, every person would find immediately enough money to buy a new phone. So what is behind the objection is most likely the person didn't believe in network marketing, they don't believe in the company, they don't believe in their upline, the system, how they're working, or they don't believe they can really make it. And our job, as a presenter or as the future sponsor, is to create that environment of success, to show that person that no matter what, we can help that person to become successful. Because at the moment when a person believes in you, your team, your system, your company, your industry, the person will partner up with you together, because suddenly they believe they can be successful with you. And also good strategy is, no matter if objection is coming, if you have the experience, then you can also tell a story. That there was this other guy in the beginning when we did the first presentation, the person haven't had the money to buy the starter kit. But somehow he made it happen over a couple of weeks, and he started, and now he has a thriving business. That's a real story. And this story I can share. So it's about building rapport with the person, have an understanding. I know how you feel, because I felt the same, or this person felt the same. But then this was the solution to the challenge he was facing. While changing a prospect's beliefs, always remember to be honest and avoid exaggerating results or making network marketing seem easy. And I will share with you how to ensure you never lose a contact. Before that, let's see some strategies for avoiding rejection. Okay? As I said in the very beginning, for me it's always important to have an open and honest conversation. And this is also what I say. For example, if I do bigger presentations in front of 20, 50 or 100 people, in the closing process, I also say, the last thing I want to do today, I don't want to sell you a starter kit. What I'm looking for, or what we are looking for, is people that are sharing our vision. That people that want to make a change in their life. People that think that they deserve more in life. And then we can help them to close the gap between where they are and where they really want to be. So our goal is that you get all the information you need, that you can make a really good decision. And with this, it's an open and honest conversation. Everybody knows what we are looking for, that we don't want to sell a starter kit, just that it's about building a real business from the get-go. I know that many people in network marketing, they are really trying, just to sell the starter kit, and they believe, I made it. A starter kit is sold. Finally. But I think that's the worst thing you can do, because if you're selling a starter kit, it is a one-time sale. But if you're recruiting a partner, you're building a business. And for me, for example, I think I have not recruited all the people that were possible to recruit during my last 10 years. But I think I recruited the right ones. I recruited those ones, who are really building the business. And I always say, I'm looking for partners, I'm not looking for work. And this is a huge difference. And this is also why I think I have a business where there's real residual income. And I totally trust, if I would go on a holiday for a year from now, if I come back, the business is bigger than it is right now. And this is if you recruit the right people. Not everybody, the right people. While empathy and honesty are crucial, the most effective way to close is to ensure that you never lose a contact. And this is a concept I developed over the last couple of years with my wife together. And I will explain that, but if a person, after going through all the 4 steps, those 4 basic skills, you are in the follow-up process, and the person says, for example, yeah, very interesting, but I need one more information to take a really good decision. You go back, you serve with the next third-party tool, give the information, fix the next follow-up appointment, and then you ask again. So, can you imagine to partner up with us together? Are you ready to get started right now? No, you just ask a straightforward question. Or do you need one more information to make a really good decision? And then the person might say, I'm ready, let's go. Or the person says, yeah, I need one more information. Then it's going back to the loop. And it could also happen that finally, when you have always been in that loop for the follow-up loop, that at the end the person says, no, definitely not for me. Wrong time, wrong opportunity, wrong person. And then you can say, okay, that's totally fine. But I know life is changing. Is it okay for you if I'm gonna contact you again in a year from now and see if something have changed for you? And then the person might say yes. And this is how you never lose a contact. Because even if the person says no, it stays in the loop. What you need to do is make a calendar, make an appointment 1 year from now, call Tom, follow up. Maybe something have changed. Make the notes so that you know what this appointment is about. But I love this strategy because then from the moment from your contact list, when you first time get in contact with a person on your list, you will never lose the contact. And this is just amazing. Then you guys have unlimited potential. And trust me, this is in real world, it's happening. That after a year, when I call people and do a follow-up, they say, oh yeah, I totally forgot. But yeah, let's take a look again. And they partner up. Not everybody, but it happens. But I just want to show you that it is important to never lose a contact because it could be a future distributor for your organization. One thing I want to point out here again is also that we know not every person you will go in to talk to will become your customer or a distributor in your organization. And here you should see yourself much more like a farmer. You know, a farmer is putting out the seeds in the spring and not every seed grows. Not every seed will become a magic big tree. The more seeds you sow, the higher the chance that you get some nice fruits, plants out of the seeds. And this is just the way how I see it. It's about spreading information, grow, and some of the seeds don't. But it's also important to keep the people in the loop. So I also have, or what we are also doing is that we have a group, where we are also sharing information, about the product, about business development, some things about finances, just to provide service to our prospects. And at one point, they might come back and say, hey, this is happening actually. That at one point people are coming and say, hey, it's so amazing, what you're sharing always in your WhatsApp group. Thank you for that. It's really interesting. Maybe we should just fix another appointment and see if what is in that business opportunity. Maybe it's the right thing for me. So this is just the more service you give, the higher the chances is that people are resonating with you, with your product, or with your business opportunity. I also want to share with you a personal story because this is just an outstanding experience I made about 7 or 8 years ago. Because there was this one prospect, a lady where I informed her about the business opportunity and she said definitely no. It was a clear no, not red, not now, wrong time. And so what I had, the strategy, just keeping her in the loop, giving her information, fixing always the follow-up appointments, spending time. And so the recruiting process was going with a nice, gentle way for over half a year. And after half a year, she decided to partner up with me together. And now this lady is producing about 50% of the turnover from my whole organization. So I think this is an example, a very good example, how you can see that sometimes it's just about being nice to people and keeping them in the loop until they can make a really good decision and partner up with you together. And always have this open and honest conversation. Don't never try to sell something. Never try to sell a starter kit. Look for partners that are partnering up with you together to build a business and close the gap in life. So, if you could pick a few sentences, a few strategies to become a better closer in your network marketing business, don't forget to subscribe and like that video so that I can inform you with more helpful tips from my experience over the last 10 years in network marketing. Thank you, bye bye, and take care.